I'd like to share a story about how I learned how to build a backbone, I would say, and stand up for myself. So I was a young marketer, and we were looking at some advertising creative. And I had a point of view based on the creative brief as to why we should pick one select. My boss had a different point of view as to why we should pick the other select. And while the agency really had sided with me, when my boss changed his mind, they sided with him. And I was really believing that this was the right one. So finally, after the discussion had ensued, my boss just said, "No, we're going with this one, we're going to keep this one, and Candace, you have no more to say about this matter." And so I said, "Well, fine, but I'm not going to be low man on the totem pole forever." And then I thought, oh my gosh, I am going to get fired. I just knew it. I knew it as it came out of my mouth, but it's like the paste was already out of the tube. You can't take it back in. So I went back to my office, and yes, I got called into his office. And so I'm going in, just braced that I'm about to lose my job. Go in, he says, "Have a seat." So I sat down, and he said, "I want to apologize for how I treated you in that meeting." And I was stunned. My mouth could have dropped open. I was just completely stunned. He said, "You had an opinion. You were actually right in your opinion. And I had no right to treat you like that in front of the agency or override you on that. So I wanted to apologize." So wow, I mean, what a learning experience for me. So first of all, I did learn that I should stand up for myself. Now granted, I had to learn to do it maybe in a more respectful way, but standing up for yourself wasn't wrong. And that was something that I learned. But I also learned as a leader on the other side that when you make a mistake, apologizing. That was a big thing for my boss to apologize to me for something that he had done wrong. So that was a big learning. And then as I went further in my career, what I realized was you have to take opportunities to teach people how to handle those situations. So it would have been great for him to call me aside and say, "Okay, look, when we're in an agency meeting next time, if we go back and forth and we have to decide, state your point 2 times or whatever, and then we can talk about it later." But it gave me an opportunity to learn how to teach others coming behind me and how to handle those situations.